This thing's gonna run so good.
Today's video is sponsored by Delete Me. We bought the cheapest 15 horsepower engine on Temu and put it on this $100 go-kart.
And today, we're looking to make this thing go fast.
Hey man, I'm not looking to spend an arm and a leg. This thing could blow up at any moment.
I don't disagree with you there, buddy. But with a little bit of time, a little bit of money, and some old school hot rod tricks, we can turn this thing into a performer.
All right, you're on. Let's go see how fast it goes now so we have something to compare it to. We bought this Yerf Dog go-kart and a utility trailer for $100, and it shows. This tire is so dry rotten right here that it no longer holds air, so we're gonna swap that out real quick. The factory engine ran, didn't make much power. We had a stuck shock, and the axle is bent. So before we get this thing on a top speed run, we need a new tire at the very least.
So this thing is so bad, I can't even get the rim off the axle. It is so rusted up there. So I'm just gonna change the tire out on the go-kart.
You're telling me this thing is gonna have all seasons. We got a mud grip and a turf tire. All seasons.
All seasons. I like that. One bite at a time, boys. One bite at a time.
Hold on.
Okay, good. I was worried about the valve stem. It looks like it's doing just fine. Yes, it's on the wrong side, I know. This is about the only lubricant I've got here at the shop today other than engine oil. I'd rather use Windex. All right, these tires are not rotational, so we're just gonna pop them on. Here's a little thing I like to do. If you don't really care about your rims being like the paint, get a pair of vice grips, put on there. That way when you work the tire around, the tire doesn't slip over on the rim. So the vice grips will hold this side of the tire in place. Should be the last one. Bingo. All right, let's put some air in this tire and hopefully it won't leak down. It is an old tire. Is it time for my trick?
Time for the trick, baby.
All right.
It's always a good time for your trick.
This is gonna require safety equipment. Glasses, hearing protection. Got it.
Oh, that was generous.
Very generous.
Oh, thanks.
Oh!
Whoa! Like a flamethrower out the tire.
Alright. Right now.
Lord have mercy.
Is everybody okay? I felt that. You are cooking the tire, brother. Oh, you're losing it.
I gotta put the core back in. Boy, that was a big one.
Wow.
That was a big one, boys.
I felt it.
That was a big one.
I mean, it broke the strap off. That's what happened.
Oh, that's what I heard.
It hit my leg and went that way.
The strap.
The strap is no longer there. It got emergency ejected this way.
Did it break it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look. Like,
guys, we are so lucky we didn't get hurt.
I mean, you can see where it impacted.
Dude, yeah, it went across the entire
Over here.
room and then busted the... Yeah, the OSB. Yeah, this, Ike, you almost lost the family jewels.
I think I'm okay.
That's pretty scary. Don't do that at home.
I'm gonna buy a lottery ticket tonight. All right, tires on. Y'all boys ready for a ride?
I'm ready to see how fast it goes. This is for you?
I accept this, and how long do I have to take it?
As long as you think you need to, because we're all doing it.
Okay, because I was about to say, we're all going to enjoy this one because not only did I do that, but y'all allowed me.
It's a shared responsibility.
This is a shared responsibility, so I think 15 minutes.
All right, now let's see how fast it goes.
All right, bud. Don't let her get away from you.
I know it will.
She a powerhouse. Choke on?
Yep.
Cranking.
All right. All right, let's see how fast this thing will go. It's not bad right now. The worst part about this go-kart is how high off the ground you sit. It feels like you're riding a bar stool through the woods.
I'd be wearing my seatbelt on that thing.
Mm-hmm. And the chain came off. How fast was that? 28 miles an hour. Not bad. For a Yerf dog like this, a family-friendly go-kart, 28 miles an hour is plenty. But you know, I bet we can make this thing go near 40, if not more. Well, it's only up from here, boys. 28.1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So most of the horsepower on this engine is going to be from the cylinder head.
That's where we're going to be freeing most of it up.
Right. So wasn't this thing like right at $200 or less?
This engine delivered was $230.
So to build a good race engine would be at least $2,000.
We're going to try to get most of the way there for like not a lot of money. We'll see how that goes.
It's gonna go fine.
It's like the cheapest made engine I think we've ever worked on.
I'm pretty sure when we pull the head off, we're gonna really see how cheap it is just by viewing the piston.
So while Ike is trying to extract more power out of our Temu engine, Luke and I are gonna try to get this thing handling better, because what's horsepower if you can't go around a corner without nearly flipping like this thing does? Look at the seating position. The bottom of the frame rail is at about 12 inches of ride height, and then if you look at where my butt is, it's like another 4 to 6 inches. So it's no wonder this thing wants to flip over when you go around corners. Well, we're gonna lower the seat height and lower the suspension in general to get this thing halfway to the ground. It's gonna look insane.
Honestly, this is like my favorite thing to do on performance stuff on my small engines. One of the tricks that I used to love doing back in the day is we would take like 3.5 horse Briggs & Stratton flywheels and put them on our 5 horsepower Briggs engines. And it was a great way to get more power on our carts, because we're reducing the rotating mass of a big massive flywheel and using a small flywheel. That was like the easiest, quickest way to get a lot of horsepower. And I would love to do something like that on this. Maybe we can take a 6.5 horse flywheel from one of our Tillotsons or Predators or whatever, our Honda clones, and maybe I'll be able to make it fit on this. That would be awesome. It's gonna make it turn up faster. I just really want to see if it can be done, because this is a knockoff engine, as cheap as you can make it. I'm just wondering if you can do a whole lot to this and and it stay together.
Man, you know what's weird is we only paid $230 for this engine, and I can't seem to find it anywhere online.
Huh. You know, I saw something the other day too. I forgot to mention it to you. You know where I like to take my afternoon breaks?
Yeah, man, in the shed, crouching down next to the three-wheeler, of course.
Yeah, and remember I got that invitation to spaghetti and that 0% interest credit card?
Yeah.
Well, I think I found who's been scamming me online, and I immediately knew who I could use to handle the situation. Delete Me, who is sponsoring today's video.
Man, it's about time. I've been trusting Delete Me to protect my online privacy because they're an amazing hands-free subscription service that removes personal information from hundreds of data brokers all across the internet, reducing the risk of your data being stolen and distributed without your knowledge.
Yeah, Delete Me helped me understand that data brokers can legally collect and sell all types of personal information, which honestly should be illegal. So that's scary.
So some of the most dangerous brokers out there are people search sites, which collect personally identifiable information like your name, address, phone, and relative names and sell it for cheap to anyone with a credit card, which can expose you to serious risks like identity theft, scams, phishing attempts, harassment, and doxing. And data privacy is increasingly becoming a serious concern. The New York Times recently did an article explaining how your mortgage information is actually a public record and big decision makers are using this data for their own personal gain. This is where we come in. Delete Me has been the leading expert in personally identifiable information removal for over 15 years. We were recently named by Wirecutter as the #1 data removal service.
I'm not the best with technology, so I like that Delete Me privacy advisors are real people and are available for customer requests and help when I need it. I used to get several texts per week from unknown senders telling me all sorts of stuff, like I haven't paid a toll bill in an area I hadn't even driven through. Delete Me has helped clean that up.
Yeah, man, they are pros, and they send you a comprehensive report of exactly where they found your information and removed it. It even includes the sources by name. And you can get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/carsandcameras and use promo code CarsandCameras at checkout, or use the QR code on screen. That's joindeleteme.com/carsandcameras, code CarsandCameras.
You gotta check out inside this exhaust port. Like, I'm gonna free up so much horsepower.
What do you mean?
Take a look in there.
Oh my goodness. It's like a right angle in there.
Well, that and look how far it necks down, dude. It's almost like a 6.5 horse
Yeah,
port.
that's crazy.
It goes from big to narrow, and then it's got that turn in there. I'm gonna open it up, smooth it out. This thing's even gonna sound different.
Yeah, it's gonna have so much more airflow.
Yeah.
And more airflow means more horsepower.
Oh, this thing's gonna run so good.
So what we want to do is lower the chassis. And the best way to do that is going to be to remove the swing arm and attach it up higher on the seat back.
Dude, I think they Loctited them or something.
Loctited what?
The head bolts. Like, that one feels like it's wanting to snap off.
So, you know how the cheapest cameras are disposable cameras?
Yeah,
It's a one-time use engine.
might be.
Having to repair a head bolt, that would be a heck of a way to start this.
Yeah, it would. Red Loctite. They got red Loctite on these things.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use the impact because I'm hoping that the shock of the impact is gonna help with
Loosening.
yeah. I'm getting the big boy. Here we go. That one came out fine.
Remember, it's just some quick and easy DIY friendly mods, man. What's the problem?
All right. Have you ever had an engine that had red Loctite on the head bolts?
No.
Neither have I.
Can't be stuck if it's liquid, right?
I'm hoping I'm going to add enough heat to the bolt that it's going to cook off the Loctite. As long as that bolt is, I kind of doubt it, but I'm just kind of grasping for straws right now. It'd be bad if I were to break that bolt off in the head. It'd be bad if I pulled the threads out of the block. I mean, we could drill it and helicoil it or time sert it, but I'd rather not. How did this job just get turned into a
Cluster.
Thank you.
Yeah, we expected there to be some hiccups, but we haven't even gotten the cylinder head off yet.
This is the I'm done messing around Yeah, you don't want to melt the head, the aluminum head. You can see the bolt is trying to go cherry. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that heat down in there. I don't want to heat it up too fast because it's got to dry. It's got to. I have another bolt. Yeah. So the heat has to go from the head all the way down to the threads.
Hope the gas tank isn't leaking as he's holding a lit torch.
Yep.
Do we need to ready the shake weight again?
No. He's fine.
He did put his safety glasses on.
Yeah. What we've got here is the swing arm is level, and we're going to go based off that. Now, we need to remove the seat, the shocks, and get this chassis sitting where we want it.
Is that a good look or a bad look?
Have you ever seen this look before?
No, I was about to say I've never seen that look before. All right, swing arm's disconnected, and oh my goodness.
Oh, yep. Mike was right. It's wheeling.
It's wheeling? You mean squatting?
Well, it's a little off right now.
Oh. Dude.
That is near about 8 inches off the ground.
And we want to go lower than that?
This is where we agreed upon. Or no. Yeah.
We
6
wanted
inches.
2 more.
Okay, here we go. Now keep in mind, we are going to alter the front suspension as well. So we're not going to be squatting.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, make myself vulnerable, and say that a squatted go-kart looks a lot better than a squatted truck. This actually does look like it's going fast, whereas a squatted truck just looks like a dog using the bathroom.
Dude, we still got another inch.
I mean, I have no doubt this thing is gonna handle awesome. It just might high center on everything.
Alright, we need to pull it away from the swing arm or...
Yeah, this is gonna be sweet.
Oh,
dude.
Lord.
Wow, the engine used to fit underneath this bar, and now it's almost touching. All right. Well, we get the seat out. All right. You know, these things only really fit 1.5 people anyway. I think it's perfect for like a parent and a kid, but 2 adults is a little tight. All right, look how much lower we can fit that seat now. We'll go from 16 inches off the ground to probably 7. Cut it in half.
It's gonna be nice.
I changed my mind, it looks bad. Quick, we gotta lower the front. Yep. Dude. That is actually pretty awesome.
You think we'll mitigate bump steer?
I think we'll just find out. It'll be alright. Bump
Yeah.
steer. Psh.
I mean, they're a little towed out as is.
Yeah, dude.
We might have to take the tie rods and put them up top now.
Yeah.
Just like we're doing with the A-arms.
So, you know, something else that's going to make it look like a mini cross cart, and that's not going to cost us anything, it's actually going to reduce just a little bit of weight, is giving this thing a chop top. So our seating position is now lower. We don't need as much roll cage above our heads. I mean, I have like 9 inches before it touches my hair. So we could comfortably take probably 4, maybe 5 inches out before we even need to think about the top of Ike's helmet. So that's gonna make it look way better, it's gonna reduce weight, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's gonna make it look so slick.
Yeah. We swapped out the bench for this old racing seat here. It came on a project that we bought, and it's been sitting up. So it doesn't cost us anything to install this thing. It's probably lighter than the old bench, and it's gonna hold us in a lot better too. Timber.
I was holding that one on.
What? Rust?
Were we in danger?
I like where this is
Look
going.
at this thing.
Yeah. It's a skateboard now.
Whoa.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool, huh?
Kind of cool.
Looks like a skateboard.
So, what are we going to do about a passenger seat?
We're not.
Okay.
That's where the cooler's gonna go.
Alright, this is cool.
It's just bending, isn't it? You are about to break that bolt off.
It's going to break. It's definitely going to break. It's about to break.
No. Come on.
Are there threads on the bolt? Dude, you need to go buy a lottery ticket.
I will. Alright, here we go. Something fell inside the cylinder. We got some beat up stuff. Do you remember hearing anything?
No. I remember when we put diesel in it on accident. But that doesn't cause that.
No.
Wow, that thing has something has been hammering in there.
Something got hammered in there. Huh. Well, that's very interesting. I don't know what happened. Alright. We don't have to deck the block. That piston comes all the way up. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Tell you what, we can deck the block
And the
piston and get rid of that dish. You know how much compression we would gain?
Oh, so much.
We would probably cut through the top fire ring.
Bummer.
Yeah. But there's room to cut this down. What you think?
Oh yeah.
We're doing it?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's interesting. It's... Oh. Feel down there.
No, yeah, it's not so good.
No.
You can feel it, which means it needs a hone at the very least.
Dude, but it's speckled all the way around. See, I would figure that water collecting in the cylinder would do that. So what we're running into is the little black spots. It's actually like raised or pitted in the cylinder walls. So when you rub your finger on it, you can feel it, which is really, really weird. And it's the same way the whole way around. So water usually likes to go down into the bottom of the cylinder. It doesn't normally stick up top. So whatever this is, it was like that when it was put together.
Well, Isaac is getting that cylinder head either in the mill or more likely the belt sander to raise the compression. And well, me and Luke are gonna replace the axle because it's bent, the brake is all messed up. It just needs to be replaced. Problem is, getting these old axles apart is never easy. Wish us luck. Usually you have some very small, very crusty, very old set screws that do exactly that.
That do exactly.
And blow out.
Yep.
So far we are 1 for 3.
Yep, she's done.
One came out, one stripped, that one just stripped, and there's one more, so.
So this is one of the biggest before and after ports I've ever done. check this out. The ports were pretty big to begin with, except when it transitioned from right there at the edge there to this point, right in between is a huge bottleneck right down in there, and I'm gonna be opening it up. It's a massive bottleneck, dude. I don't know how this thing was running as good as it was with that. So I took a wall off right here. I took a wall off right there, or a lip right there, and a lip on this side. It was like surrounded 3 corners with almost a wall, and I smoothed out this transition with the valve and the valve seat. Smoothed it out a lot. And you don't go too smooth. You want a little bit of roughness on the intake because it helps with the atomization of the fuel.
But yeah, you can see looking at that intake and then looking at the exhaust, just the size difference is wild.
Yeah, the exhaust is going to be massive when I'm done with it. This thing is like, I can't wait to show you what I found when I was doing some porting on the head. Like, it just kind of shows the quality of workmanship on the head.
Only the finest, right?
Only the finest. Dude, I've never seen aluminum. When they were doing the casting, I guess there's some differences in the aluminum because you can see different colors in the port. Like, the quality of the aluminum is different. And I found a hole in the port.
Yeah, there's a little food grade, a little aircraft grade.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know what grade. It's down. It's down here. Down here.
It's whatever was on the floor that they swept up and poured into the mold.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm about to shave the head. I'm going to use the mill for that. You okay? Yeah. Good. And I'm counting on the valve cover mating surface to be even with the head gasket surface.
You know what they say about assumptions.
Yeah.
It's a good way to ruin a cylinder head.
Yeah. So I'm just going to make some little passes and then just keep my fingers crossed that they're going to be, how do I, parallel with each other? Alright. Alright, dude. Oh, that is so nice. I took out about the thickness of a head gasket. So I used the head gasket that came off of it as an example of how much I took out, right at the thickness of it. Part of me really wanted to go nuts with it and go a bit more. I wanted to start cutting into this and this fin start to get polished like that. But I guess it's better to be able to still ride this thing rather than find out the valves are hitting the piston and we're kind of hosed. The casting issue we have is on the exhaust. Look right there in the port.
Oh my goodness.
See that hole? See that hole?
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear to be going through anything, like into an oil passage or anything. It looks like it's just a hole in the casting. So what you gonna do?
It'll get filled up with carbon. Is that the exhaust side?
This is the exhaust side.
Yeah, it'll get filled up with carbon.
And I noticed that there's a bunch of little dark areas in there with it, and it's like the aluminum is a little different. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see it with my naked eye. I open things up a lot, so I think high end, this thing's gonna really come alive. Top end,
You think it's gonna stay together?
I think on the top end, this thing is gonna really come alive. To be honest, I haven't had high hopes from the get-go.
So we have a unique solution to raising the swing arm, which is going to lower the chassis. We just cut out a couple of links that fit right in the factory channel where it bolts up to the chassis, and we're just gonna weld it in right here and there, and boom, it's been lowered 6 inches, and we're gonna only add maybe
3 pounds to this thing. So win-win.
That's pretty awesome, dude. We're setting up the shock setup kind of like the quickest we can do it.
That works since we lowered.
Yeah. So we had like a cool cantilever setup going on, but it was gonna require you programming into the computer some bracketry that we need to cut out and all that stuff. That was just gonna take a lot more time than we were willing to put into it. So,
And the money.
the stank of jank. So this is what we've got. We've got a brand new axle from Go Power Sports. We had to replace the one that was in it because it was extremely bent. It had been sitting there so long, well,
You couldn't get it apart.
you guys had to cut it out. So we had to replace it. And now we're working with the shocks, the rear shock setup. Because we lowered it so much, we closed in the gap between the upper mount and the lower mount, which means we can't run the factory mounts anymore. So we've come up with this setup that we're doing over here. We're moving the shocks outboard of the frame. So I've turned down some bushings so we can tighten everything up, and the lower mount should be fine, and the upper mount is going to be moved up here. That is moving it from this location forward, which is going to make the rear suspension a little softer, which I think we can get away with because it
Might be a good thing.
It was-
pretty stiff.
it was kind of stiff. So that's going to be our new shock location. It's going to be really close to the tire, but we're getting away from the engine and everything, and I think it'll work just fine.
I hope it works, because it sure ain't a looker.
What are you talking about? It looks fine. Plus it's going to be covered up by the tire. So Luke has got the mounts welded to the frame.
Yeah.
Going together with it.
We'll throw on the tires and see how this thing looks. Works.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, dude.
Feels pretty good.
It looks good. That surface looks pretty awesome. The port and polish is pretty good. Like, I did some polishing on the intake, or on the exhaust, not the intake, but it's a little smooth in there. It's a little shiny.
Wow.
And it's opened way up.
I'll say.
Yeah. It is shiny. Look in there. That looks good. Get on there. Okay. Got the head bolts cleaned up. I'm gonna drop a little bit of lubricant on it. I cleaned up the threads, got rid of all the Loctite that they had in there. So this thing should just torque right up. Real nice. Click. Head is torqued on. I'm gonna install the rest of the stuff, and then we're gonna place it on there. I think we're gonna have to find something different for the exhaust. I don't think the exhaust is gonna clear. I hope it does, fingers crossed. We'll find out. All right, Luke, so you've been working on the rear brake. What'd you come up with?
Right. This one also rusted and broken, so we needed to
the
get
drum brake. Drum brake.
Yeah,
is
the drum brake was a little busted, so we just got this mechanical.
We've got the holder here, and we have a gusset, so kind of like that, and it has,
That's about as close as we can get.
yeah, and it has a mechanical arm. Where is it? Oh, right there is covered up by the disc, and when you pull it towards the front, it engages the brake.
Yep. So we're gonna hold this and tack it in place and then get it welded the rest of the way. Make sure you got brakes that actually work.
So back in the day, me and the boys, we used to take 3.5 horse Briggs & Stratton flywheels and we'd put them on 5 horsepower engines. The reason why we do that is because there's less rotating mass. So the engine will turn up faster, it uses less horsepower to turn that big mass.
And it's less weight overall.
Exactly, less weight overall. So I'm doing something I don't think anyone's ever done before on one of these engines, and that's taking a stock Predator 6.5 horse flywheel and mounting it on this 15 horsepower engine.
Yeah, you see how much smaller it is. I mean,
Yeah.
there's your ignition coil.
Yeah.
And usually, you can barely stick a piece of paper in between there.
Right. So I wasn't 100% sure this was going to work. Still not 100% sure, but I'm going to give it a shot. So I put the flywheel in our lathe, and I've been cutting the tapered shaft, the actual hole in the flywheel, larger to work on this crankshaft on this 15 horse. There's a huge difference between the shaft on this engine and a 6.5 horse. So I've had to do a lot of cutting, and it's not easy because I'm having to cut a tapered hole. Well, that machine is not equipped to drill a tapered hole. I'd have to have like some sort of a special,
A digital readout would help.
well, maybe that, or a bit, a tapered bit in the place of the drill bit that goes in the machine to just go ahead and do a straight cut. And I'm just doing it all by feel and eyeballs. I mean, what you think?
I mean, as long as we make a bracket for that coil, you wouldn't be the... I mean, no one would know.
Only other thing I'm worried about is the cooling fins. Are they going to be big enough to fill in the cover to suck in enough air to distribute? Don't want it to overheat.
So there's the old cooling fin.
If only I can get it to work. Alright, so here's the flywheel that I want to put on it. And here's the old flywheel right here. Now, the weight difference is pretty big. Let's see what the original flywheel weighs. Over 5 pounds. We'll say 5.5 pounds. Here's a 6.5 horse. 3.5 pounds. That's a 2 pound difference.
Seems like a lot of work for 2 pounds.
It's not just the 2 pounds, it's the overall size too. So with this on there, we'll be able to rev it up a lot. It'll turn up a lot faster when we rev it up.
Sweet.
Whereas this is just kind of like Anna. This is going to be more like wah wah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. So we could go out and buy a billet flywheel for this thing for $420. Will it fit? Not 100% sure, because sometimes they have different tapered shafts depending on which company made which engine. So, and how much is it? $185 for a flywheel that you might not be able to use. This was free with some time on the lathe. We're trying to make this go-kart faster and more awesome than it was before, while saving a buck. If this works, we're going to be saving $185
And 2 pounds.
and 2 pounds. Well, honestly, billet flywheel would probably be even more pounds than that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, it's just kind of cool that I'm doing it on my own. Now, I don't recommend y'all doing this. I recommend getting the correct parts, just FYI. But I'm just doing this for me. I want to see it done. We can also get more power out of this thing by advancing the timing. I checked, the factory Predator flywheel is only 20 degrees before top dead center. The performance flywheels are 32 degrees before top dead center. So I'm going to figure out what the degrees are on this wheel, clock it, and cut a new keyway since I have to put a keyway in it, I'm gonna go ahead and just advance it and have it 32 degrees before top dead center.
Cool. We'll have to run a higher octane fuel, but we are going to make more power.
Bingo.
The brakes are getting finished up. Looking good. Once those brakes are welded in, this rear end is going to be ready to go.
So we bought this little tool to cut keys into shafts. I don't think they expected you to cut keys in a tapered shaft, so I'm just doing some of my own stuff to make it work. It's doing pretty good. So the key slot on the left is the original. Key slot on the, well, I guess y'all's left is mine, and it goes all the way through. It's looking pretty good, but I do need to go a little bit deeper because it's not quite deep enough. Uh-oh.
What?
Oh no.
What's up?
I cracked it right there.
Oh, yep.
And I already know what happened. My taper was not perfect. It's a little tough to cut a perfect taper when you're doing it manually.
Yeah.
When you're pulling out on it at the same time as pulling towards you with two knobs. I got close. I got real close. But never fear, sir. We still have the factory flywheel right here, and it is a chunky flywheel. We can always cut some of this off of it with a small chance of knocking it out of balance. This happened with my brother's truck once, flywheel. He had like 20 pounds cut out of his flywheel. Something crazy.
Nice.
Maybe it was 10 pounds.
Race truck.
Yeah. And ever since he had the flywheel cut, he's always had this little vibration at a certain RPM. Yeah, so we might run into the same problem, but I feel like if we just kind of cut this down, we can shave off, I don't know, a quarter pound?
We can get a little bit of weight out of it, and you know what? We can still put the other keyway in it to advance the timing.
Okay.
So, turns out there's a reason people don't put 6.5 horse flywheels on 13 horse engines. The taper's wrong, and if you don't get it perfectly right with your nice machinery, you can crack your flywheel and all your time is wasted. The good news is that this chassis is looking awesome. The rear end is totally done, ready for an engine. So the shocks are mounted, the new mechanical disc brakes are in, and it feels like it's sprung quite nicely. So just like the rear, the front is going to get lowered as well. We're going to go from about 10 inches, like you see here, to 8. So we're dropping at 2 inches, and that's at full droop. So when we get in this thing, it should hunker down a little bit more and bring it down to 6 or 7. The issue is we're going to lose some suspension travel. So we're going to leave the links alone. We're going to have to adjust our tie rods, and that is going to be our suspension travel. So it's not as much as it could be, but this is going to be like you could do this at home in an hour, and we're going to show you how right here. So all we're going to do is move the bottom mount for our shock from here out to here. It's going to lower the suspension and still give us that few inches of travel we're looking for. And it's actually going to make it softer too. So perfect for that droop we're looking for. So we bought these tabs on Amazon. Perfect 3/8 bolt goes through there. It's going to go right on either side. And we can weld it to that factory control arm. And bam, we've moved the bottom pivot point out, which is going to soften the suspension, and we've lowered it. Be careful, man. That's a big old flywheel. You happy with it? Are you happy with it?
No. I want to take this all the way down to this.
Let's see.
Oh, my blade is dull.
Looks good, man. Let's get this installed. Alright, that goes in. Let's test it. And you know what? We still
Are you kidding me?
we still have suspension. We do need to adjust the toe, because the wheels are doing this, especially when you press that suspension. It's got bumps here, but we're just gonna have to deal.
She's a little bug-eyed.
We're falling on a budget here, dude.
Our issue now is getting this seat to sit flat in there. So we got that part of the frame. We're gonna notch out the bottom of it, make it work.
Yeah, it's gonna be a much nicer seat that holds us in. The problem is, well, we need to notch it, but also it's really close to the steering wheel, so we're actually gonna cut out this bit right here, this bit of the cage. Let's see. Oh, it rolls so nice. Ooh. It doesn't even feel like the same go-kart.
I mean, just imagine it without the roll cage.
Yeah, it's a convertible, but I mean, beyond that, it's low and mean.
It looks proper.
I mean, around the right course, it might give the cross-kart a run for its money. It is a lot lighter.
It's a lot lighter.
Yeah, that's the big thing it has going.
Yeah, what's the gauge of this piping, dude?
Tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Dude, we cut a half a pound out of this thing.
Hey, not bad, man.
Could have been better, but I mean, what you gonna do? I cut as much as I could. I was real close to that magnet, so I had to stop. So I was noticing, look at the glue, or lack of glue. So it's on. It's kind of lack of glue there too.
Oh goodness.
It's just. It looks like they just kind of gave it a splat, and then they tightened this magnet on. So I wouldn't be surprised if we lost a magnet on this thing.
And we've seen what happens when those come apart. It's pretty violent.
Yes. It's gonna be real bad.
Oh my goodness. You're not messing around with your plenum.
No. Because I'm going hog wild with the carburetor.
You know, the one place we thought we would splurge on the performance of this engine is the carburetor. I mean, look at the factory one versus this. It's
A used carburetor.
well,
I'd like to point out it is a used carburetor. So check out the throat on that one versus this one.
yeah, it's significant.
Yeah,
So all that work that you just did to the cylinder head would have been more or less
it
wasted
would have wasted.
through that.
Such a waste. So I'm splurging.
All right, that seat is installed.
Okay, that's enough.
Looks good, man.
Dude, let's see.
Wow. This is probably like one of the...
Dude,
It's set up really well.
I can see it now, John.
A whole lot of horsepower.
Busco Beach.
Look out for that tree!
No!
And there's a cross card in your rear view mirror.
Yeah.
So let's check the fitment of the engine. I want to see if the carburetor intake I made is going to be okay. Need to see if that exhaust is going to be okay. I'm thinking we're going to have to build a new exhaust, which is fine because that one might be a little restrictive compared to the carburetor and all the porting I did. So
Did a lot.
I did a lot. So let's see.
And we were thinking we could do a lot of weight reduction on this go-kart, but the chassis itself is very light. All the weight is in the engine. You can't really make an engine lighter.
Yeah, we can. I just did.
That's true, huh? Does it still fit?
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Yeah, you're not. All right, you ready? Make sure.
Well,
Ooh, hold on. Still good?
Oh.
What I hit? I think I hit our stop.
Oh.
Or
It's
maybe
close.
not.
it's close on the back, it's close to the front. I hope we don't have to adjust the chain.
Oh my goodness. Guys, you couldn't make that any closer if you tried.
What do you mean?
Holy moly. Well, look how close that is there. And then when you bounce on it, it like
real close there.
You're about to touch something.
Okay, so we might need to
Oh goodness.
strap it. Hey, does that still?
Well, it's gonna be real close. I think maybe we ought to do a redesign and get the arch. Maybe we just do a dump out the side. That would make all the clearance in the world. Plus, if it's a straight shot, the exhaust is going to get out easier rather than make that turn. I made the intake straight. I should have put a little curve to
Yeah, I'll
it.
say it doesn't look like the carburetor's gonna fit, man.
Dang it.
And you made the entire manifold already.
Yes.
Put a lot of detail into it.
Yes.
So good.
See, I welded there on the flange.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned it down.
Yep.
So there's no seam. So I didn't need to weld that. It just was a little extra.
And so what are you gonna do now that it doesn't fit?
Chunky. I will most likely put a little pie cut in it and do a little turn.
That's a smart.
It's, I don't know about smart, but it's gonna work.
Compromising.
It's a compromise.
All right. Oh man, this thing is almost ready to rip. We need to bolt the engine down, get our rear axle lined up the rest of the way, do a front end alignment. But now that we lowered the seat, like, it's just kind of silly.
We can take that out.
Yeah. So we're gonna give this thing a chop top. It's gonna help with that low sleek look, and we're just going for that like Yerf Dog Plus look, and I think we're gonna pull it off, dude. So as long as Ike can still squeeze his big old noggin in here, we can take plenty out. Boys, we turned our Yerf Dog into a backyard race cart. Look at this thing, it's low to the ground. The roll bar's been lowered. It looks really good.
High performance engine.
Well, it's here for a good time, not necessarily a long time.
You said we paid $200 for this engine?
Yep. So this carburetor was over half the cost of the engine.
Does that mean it's going to improve performance by 50%?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I can't wait.
Absolutely.
You just cutting the top off improved it at least 25%.
Exactly. Reduced weight.
Yeah, you should have seen the amounts we cut out of these.
It is at least 60 pounds.
All right, so final thing I'm doing is header. Actually, I need to go a little bit further down because the suspension travel. Oh yeah.
That's going to definitely interfere.
Or I just shorten it where it passes by it. That's going to be a short exhaust. I don't know, dude. Maybe I need to do this.
Oh, now we're talking.
That'd be
We have
ridiculous.
gained maximum turn on both sides again.
You telling me if we turn sharp enough, we're going to have front brakes?
Yeah, you can put your brake pedal on the tire. Oh, okay, maybe not. So close. But you might rub frame, that'll slow you down.
Yeah.
Engine is back in, we're fueling up.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this thing fire up. All right, boys. We put a lot of work in this thing in the last 3 days. It looks amazing.
It looks awesome.
It is ready for a ride. How fast did it go last time?
28 miles an hour.
28 miles per hour.
Let's see if it all pays off.
Chassis 6 inches lower. The top
Roof
is
6
cut
inches lower?
6 inches lower. That's a foot off. I hope this engine survives because I want to take this to Mini Mayhem. I want to ride this out there.
So let's fire this thing up and see what it's going to do. I cannot wait to hear this thing. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. So I'm a little worried because it is a used carburetor. I'm always afraid of the carburetors not working like it should.
Come on, baby.
Ready? thing is smooth. Feels good. It moves. It actually feels good. We woke this thing up. Oh, God.
How does it feel?
The acceleration is amazing. Do you have a time thing or a speed app on your phone? Okay, well, I say we look into the brakes and then let's take it for a top speed run.
You do that.
Amazing.
I mean, I feel like I'm getting in a different go-kart.
Oh.
It's definitely different, dude.
And like, hold on, the best part is, so like, we didn't, like, the average person wouldn't have to replace their axle. We did because it was bent. But the most expensive performance part we put on this thing was a carburetor.
Yeah.
Everything else was pretty much $3.99 and a little bit of metal.
Right.
So like, this could be a lot of performance per dollar here. I'm ready.
All right. All right, cranking. Trying to. I'm gonna choke it.
Yep. 10% throttle, right?
Just try no throttle.
Yep, no throttle.
What if the kill switch is backwards?
Try the kill switch the other way.
Wow, and I don't feel like I'm gonna flip over. It's just huge. Yeah, okay, so it does plow. Wow, that is insane. Wow. It's fast and it has bumps here.
I hope nothing happens with those mechanical brakes.
I'm sure they're fine. I just wish I checked them. They're all hooked up right. So, what's your guess on top speed?
Now, let's listen.
I'm gonna just say 45.
45? Just straight 45?
Straight
there?
45.
Wow. 28 to 41.
Oh!
Man, it's coming in hot with the drift again. How are the brakes, buddy?
It's a totally different go-kart.
Well, good.
That's insane, man.
How'd the brakes work?
They might need some adjustment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, boys, right there, 39.4, and it had room to go 12 miles an hour.
Okay.
That's like almost 50% more speed.
And how's the power feel?
Oh, it's like, so we changed the gear because
A
it's
little
all
bit.
we had. We wanted something a little taller, but it was a big change.
Right.
I thought we were gonna lose all our bottom end, but I think all the cylinder head work you did and the compression,
Yep.
yeah, it like has just as good of a hole shot as it had before.
Awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's awesome, dude.
Well, So now that it's so much faster, this begs the question
Yeah.
Luke brought up earlier.
Okay.
This and a cross cart around Kartona.
Okay. I'm gonna say this one's gonna beat it.
Really?
The way it handled earlier, I don't have to mess with gears, or whoever's riding that doesn't have to mess with gears.
Dude, you're on. Let's get the cross cart running.
All right, let's do it.
So before this big race, I had an idea. Like, what if we just run this around the Grand Prix? Because the torque and acceleration reminds me a lot of our 1985 Honda Odyssey. And that ran like a 56.27 around the Grand Prix. So if this can get close or beat it, then we beat a Honda Odyssey beater for like all in like 800 bucks.
56.27, time to beat. 56.27 around the Grand Prix. On your mark, get set, go! That thing is loud.
Oh, buddy, oh, it's loud. One thing is for sure, it's a totally different go-kart. Oh my goodness. Wow, it can barely stop. Oh. Brakes. Oh. Oh boy, big danger.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
What did it do? 53?
53.71.
That was like, I didn't even warm up.
You were in the woods at 46. Like what? Unheard of. Are you kidding
It was
me?
like 800 bucks. Like, we literally just put a carburetor and a ton of man hours into this engine, and it is a freaking beast.
Ear piercer on the exhaust.
It's loud.
Right off the start, I was like,
Yeah, another downside I didn't consider. They talk about sprung weight and unsprung weight. Unsprung weight being bad, aka weight that is not suspended, aka this 80-pound engine. Dude, you can feel it. Going down the bumps in the hills, it's like
Just wanting to take the back wherever it feels like, huh?
there's a hippo on your rear axle for sure. I can't believe we beat a Honda Odyssey.
I can't believe you beat it by 3 seconds.
Yeah, like a big margin. So,
You were rolling, my dude.
Ike isn't here today. He was convinced this would be faster than the cross kart, and I'm not sure anymore. I better go get some practice.
Yeah.
So it's finally time to put David up against Goliath. This is a VF1 cross kart, and it has all the bells and whistles, front and rear independent suspension, liquid cooled 50 horsepower engine with a 6-speed transmission and reverse. Dude, it's got it all. More wheelbase, more width, more tire. That $800 go-kart is going down.
I don't think so, dude. I've got a couple of advantages. One, I don't have a manual transmission, so there's no shifting involved. I'm smaller, so it's going to be going through the track a little better. And I got pretty good horsepower. Lightweight, good horsepower, and me behind the wheel, there's no chance, dude.
I will be impressed if that even comes close. 2 laps, see you at the start line.
Let's do it.
Going down, bub.
Okay, see ya.
Burn hole.
On your mark, get set, go.
Oh, it's rough rock, guys. Oh,
Whoa! No!
Woo! So that was a shockingly close race, but I stalled this thing leaving the start line, so let's run it again, buddy.
All right, sounds good.
That thing in the corners is much quicker than this, but this has the top end. That's
Right.
what I think so far.
This is the roughest ride I've ever done.
Yeah.
My chest hurts.
Oh. Do you want to trade?
From all the bumps.
Do you want to trade?
No.
All right.
Good on this.
See you at the start line.
All right.
On your mark.
I just got wheel spin.
Come on, baby. You can do it.
Wow, he is getting beat to a pulp. No! Hey, buddy. We gotta fix your chain again, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so I got the chain back on. We bent the engine plate on this thing. This thing, it's so bumpy out there. The engine is attached to the suspension, so it's just beating the mess out of it, and we actually bent the engine plate, but I'm hoping I got it all straight now.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
Dag nabbit! I stalled again.
Dang, you really took the bumpy way up that jump, huh? Good Lord.
That was sick.
I'm hurting so bad.
Can you do another one or no?
I'll do another one.
He's gonna be useless the rest of the day.
I'll do the other one, another one.
You want to give them the pads?
I think I saw something fly off of this thing.
Dude.
Whatever it was, you didn't need it because you were flying.
Hey, you boys ready? You got it this time. On your mark, get set, go!
Got to stay out front. You're on two wheels. Oh.
What is he doing? What is he? Got the torque! No!
Oh.
He got the torque! You almost died, big dog.
I know.
That was insane.
Victory donuts, eh?
I put her up on two wheels.
I saw you on that turn back there. You hit something and that back end.
The whole
Flew.
way around this track, the back end has been bouncing high off the ground. Well, congratulations, sir. I'll give you that win. And you know what? I'm not even going to ask for 2 out of 3.
My goodness, that was close though.
Yeah.
Both of you. All right.
Man, I don't care that the cross cart beat the Yerf dog. This is the perfect example of a vehicle that is greater than the sum of its parts. Get out there, go buy yourself a cheap Yerf dog, modify it, go buy an engine, and go put the best quality parts from Go Power Sports on it, and go have yourself a good old time. Compete with cross carts. This has been insane. How do you feel?
I hurt. That was the roughest ride ever.
It was a fast one too.
It was fast and it was rough.
Well, it's safe to say that is way faster than a Yerf dog was ever designed to go, but you did it with grace as much as possible. Thank you all for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you want more budget builds. We'll catch you next time. And we got to thank Delete Me one more time for helping us stay secure online. You can get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans at joindeleteme.com/carsandcameras. And finally, we are going to be at the Wheels and Wings Car and Plane Show at the Washington Warren Airport on Saturday, September 27th. We're going to bring a few of our projects. It was a great turnout last year. Highly recommend you come out and see the cars, see the planes, and see what we have brought.
Dude, it is strong.
It's like, it feels like it's right there on the cutting edge of about to explode because it's shooting some smoke. Black smoke, white smoke, blue smoke, all of them.
But it's fast.
Yeah,
It is
that's all that
fast.
matters.